So first, restructure is essential. At 3:58 p.m. every other Monday, I'm up in the Faculty Senate meeting, and right before it, Zach comes in, and he looks a little tired. It's granted it's Monday, but he is exhausted. He sits on a lot of committees, and it's not just Zach. It's all the board of directors right now, right, and including the president, who work tirelessly to represent all students. Lots of responsibility and lots of power, per se. So we need a restructure. We need to get another body in there, a student senate, to take some of the responsibility off the board of directors and to make the AS more effective so they can better represent the students. Education budgetary campaign. A lot of words, but it sounds exactly like it is. Right now, the AS gets $2.5 million, right? And so this money goes to the students and all the resources and helps the students. The students need to know what they're getting in exchange for that money. So we need to educate them and provide those materials, not wait for the questions to be asked, provide those materials. Everybody up here has talked about representing the students. When the students come to us and tell us what they want, we need them to be educated. We need them to have the numbers so they can, when they come armed with the numbers and help us best represent the students. So if we can provide them with those numbers, they can pass it along more effectively, and then we can better represent the students. Once again, restructure is essential, and education budgetary campaign. I'm Bill Martin, and I'm running for Vice President of Business and Operations, and I'd be honored for your consideration. Thank you.
So really, what I want to see at the end of my time as VP for Business and Operations, assuming I am elected, is a budget that is equitable, an AS that is accessible, fees that don't rise when we can't afford it, and transparency in how we spend student dollars. Sorry for popping there. What is really important in this position is not just caring, it's doing. Having a heart for Western is only half the equation. You have to be able to carry out on your promises. I'd point out that Bill's goals don't focus on fixing the funding issues surrounding marginalized communities. This is an issue that is vitally important to me. This is something that I am going to focus on in my time as VP for Business and Operations. I also would note that Bill said he has a top-down view of the AS. I am an AS outsider, okay? I'm just a student trying to navigate a structure that is too complicated and sometimes completely illogical. When I go in to restructure the AS, I'm going to be doing it from a student's perspective, having navigated it as a student from the bottom up. Additionally, in response to comments about the Student Senate, because that keeps coming up in this election, I would point out that the Student Senate is actually right now on hiatus because we recognized that it was insolvent. It didn't have any actual power because the Board of Trustees wasn't willing to give it any. That is the reason why we don't have a Student Senate anymore. Anyways, to conclude, Bill spent his year listening. I spent my year doing. I spent my year fighting for you. I spent my year being an advocate, and I want to continue that when I am voted in as VP for Business and Operations. Adults often say millennials are idealistic, and that's true. But that's only a bad thing if we don't do anything about it. I'm Mary Muller, and I would appreciate your vote.